All right. So, good evening. Wow, my lighting is bright today. See, I'm just changing things up a little bit. Maybe I can move this out a little bit. There we go. Doesn't change how bright it is, but that's all right. Better be bright so you can see me. Compared to the last time I was on live, you couldn't see me. I was quite dark. So, welcome. If you're here, feel free to say hi in the chat. Even if it's on the replay, feel free to say hi in the chat. But I appreciate all of you being here. This is Dr. Thomas. I am here with Spiritual Wisdom with Dr. Thomas, that would be me, with another message. As we continue this idea on this conversation with rebirth, because that's what we're in. Do you not feel it? The energy is different now. Oh, it is so different. We know it is not hard to always sense it and see it until you step into it. But those that are watching this, you know, you feel, and it's time to take the next steps. We've talked to you about rebirth for a few months. A lot has led up to this point. But what we are going to say is not new, it's not earth-shattering, but it's a reminder. Because even as he goes through this, you go through this too. We've stepped into the new era. We are in transition time. Like any change that you know of, from a company going to a new CEO, to a merger, to moving to a new place, anytime transition happens, it is uncomfortable at times. And it is very tough to let go of the other ways. He's bringing it up many times when he goes into the office at the job he has now. The funny part for him is he says it, and now all his supervisors say it to him, for him to be the consultant to bring forth the change. Because no one wants the change. No one wants to implement a change, but the newbie can do it because it's new and fresh ideas. But what does that mean for you and your life? You've stepped into this new energy. You are in the transition phase, as so many are. It is time to unlearn, to relearn. The greatest challenge for this transition is going to be to unlearn what you have learned and to learn it anew. We've spoken this before, but now we're being more direct. If you have been told something and believe something for not even centuries, and it could be centuries, but for just decades, years. And that information and knowledge has led you to a place you consider to be good for your life. Or then it begs the question, why would you dismiss it now? Why would you change? Because I've been doing it for so long, why would I change? It has worked. The number one thing that he hears when he goes places is, we've always done it that way. Well, it begs the question. For years and decades, to reach someone, you had to pick up a phone and dial the number. Ding, 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 drrrr, ding, 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 drrrr, ding, 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 ding. Why don't we still do that? Or to reach someone, we would send a message through the mail and put a stamp on it and write it out and then wait 3 to 4 days for them to get it. And then if they had time, they would read it and write back. And your pen pal would be a 2-month conversation that was 2 pages, 1 page received at a time. Why don't we still do that? We've grown. We've had to unlearn the old ways and the old etiquettes to new ways. It is the same thing with your life. It is the same thing with your rebirth as you step into it. What has always been is not how it will be. What how it was what for that energy. But for where you are now and every day, you are increasing your vibration and your energy. And as you increase it, as your wisdom grows, as you take your book of wisdom and turn the page and the words appear and you learn more, don't you think you are already new? And it's time to learn new and use the new tools that you have? If you want to go back to that rotary phone, go for it. Good luck sending a text message with it. If you want to go back to solely writing letters to people, go for it. Good luck getting a response, especially a response in a timely manner. We progress in so many things and yet stop progression in so many others because we've always done it that way. And we fear trying it new. Because I had an advisor who has told me these great things about me doesn't mean what was said 5, 6, 7 years ago is accurate anymore. In fact, I would tell you it is not. Because guess what? You are not the same as you were in the past. That now is no longer the present. It is the past and you're the now. But we go back to, I was told this is what it's going to be. My guide told me this, that I'm going to marry this person, or this is the right, blah, 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 blah. You are now, you in today. The old ways are not as relevant as before. But can you accept that? Can you accept that we no longer need to talk to you with words or cards? That you no longer need crystals? It doesn't mean we don't talk to you through words. It doesn't mean we don't talk to you through cards. It doesn't mean we don't use the crystals to amplify what you are wanting from that crystal. No, we still do that. Do you know why we still do that? It is simple. You haven't changed. For those that have, we just let you know what you need to know. And you know it. It's the path. It's the simplest way between the veil that you've put up and us. We just connect with you, and you know it. But it is harder to change. It is hard not to listen to what you've listened to. It is hard to think what you were told in the past is now going to be different. He does it the same way too. There are times where he get these experiences and he'll try to duplicate it. Well, sometimes we give you something to push you forward. It doesn't mean we're always going to give it to you when you do that thing. He is imagining us slapping him in the head like a buffoon. We won't do that. But he now understands what we mean. Because even he was still in that, ooh, this works. No. Him sitting down, closing his eyes. He's laughing at us now. He's sitting there closing his eyes. We are laughing too because that's all it takes. And he will know things. He will just get this wisdom that he needs for that moment that he is in. We do not say stop reading cards, stop doing readings, stop doing crystals, stop doing all that stuff. No, those are all very valid. And you've got a connection with your team. What we are saying, what you were told in the past, is not always relevant to the future or the now because it's the past and you've changed. And when you start unlearning and you start just absorbing the awareness around you, you will see how simple we've made life for you. You will see that all you need is you. You will see that what you desire will then come to you because you are the conduit. You are the perfect being. You are the love of our lives. And we want nothing more than to fill your life with this abundance of love. And in ways you can never imagine. And the beautiful part is we have entered that realm of possibility. It is going to happen. When is up to humanity. But you now have the chance, if you're willing to move forward, to taste it, to breathe it, and experience a love and abundance, a happiness and a joy, a peace and a mindfulness, a thankfulness and a blessing that you never imagined would be possible. But you must unlearn what you thought, learn what you need, and move forward with your growth. We love you each and every time. We want to shower you with love and abundance and gifts. Oh, we do. Good night. All right. I have nothing to say. It's just so funny sometimes. Right? Squeaky chair. It is the squeaky chair. It is. Oh my goodness. I forgot about that. I haven't used this in so long. But I was saying it's so funny. I go into the channel and the words just come out. And I stop, but I have nothing to say. Oh well. Thank you guys for watching. Feel free to share it out if you feel inclined. I know these messages are not for everyone, because everyone's not ready to receive it or understand it. But if you are, when you are, you will.